Welcome back to Shruti and Vishwa's World. Today we're going to be recommending some young adult books. Let's start off with this book, The Last Legacy. It's written by Adrienne Young, and this book can be read as a standalone or the fourth book of a series. So this book follows the story of Bryn Roth, who was orphaned at a young age. When she is orphaned, she is sent away to live with her great-aunt Saraya. And then, on her 18th birthday, she receives a letter from her uncle Henrik, asking her to come home to Bastion, her mother's home. She can finally take her place in the family again, but it isn't easy for her as she thought it would be. It isn't as simple as taking her mother's place in the family. She has to prove herself. And proving herself may be something that she can't pay. She soon finds out that her uncle Hendrik already has plans for her. She is soon to be matched with the watchmaker's son, Cohen, but she, however, doesn't have any interest in him. She also learns that her uncle and his family are still doing the dirty business that got her parents killed. Will she be able to escape the Roth family? Or will she have to learn to live with them? So this is the back of the book, and it has a little excerpt from the book. I really like this one, where she says that it would take more than blood to cross it. So this book is a really nice book. It explains about family, and it's really nice. It also has a bit of mystery in it, you could say, but it's not fantasy either. It's similar to realistic fiction, and it has a nice tone to it. I personally would give this book a 4.9 out of 5. And now let's move on to the next book in our list. The next book on our list is The Poison Season. This book follows the story of a girl named Lilo, who has always lived her whole life on Enla. Enla is protected by two natural things. One being the ruthless and vicious forest who kills all outsiders, and then, of course, the beautiful yet poisonous lake. Lilo lives in Enla with her mother, her aunt, her prickly cousin Sage, and her younger brother Tate. Her younger brother has still not yet gained the ability of enchanted singing that is vital to survive in Enla. If he doesn't gain it by his next birthday, he will be exiled to live with the outsiders. The same outsiders that Enlans say are horrible and deadly. Every year, a new person is elected to be a watcher. A watcher protects the island from outsiders that's supposed to be deadly and to cause harm to their forest. When Lilo is on a specific watcher duty, she sees a young man who is on the verge of drowning in the poisonous lake. She betrays her family, herself, and her home by rescuing the young man from drowning and helping him by providing shelter. Now, if any of the Enlans or anyone found out, she and the outsider would be in big trouble. First of all, the outsider would have to choose the lake or the forest, either way bringing him to death, while she would be exiled or worse, banished. But then she discovers the truth. Enla is not as it seems, neither is its people. Now she begins to doubt her family, her mother, and most of all, her society. What was the real reason the lake was poisonous? Will she be able to find out? Or will she put Jaren, the outsider, and herself in grave danger? This book is really nice. It has tons of emotion and is just simply amazing. The plot also is very unique from most books. So be sure to check this out in your library or the next time you go to a bookstore. Now let's review our next book. Lumara. Lumara is another book that I really liked. It has a very interesting plot and is more on the fantasy side. Lumara is about a girl named Talia Morris. She goes to boarding school and is also the homecoming queen. What can be better than this? But she has a heart problem. Her heart is full of leaks. She can't walk a long distance and everything is hard. So she goes to a mystic. In this world, mystics are people with magical abilities, you could say. She goes to a mystic, and the mystic charges her a lot of money, promising her that he would make her heart good as new. But then she is betrayed. She is sent out with her money not refunded. Now she hates mystics. She decides to boycott them, but then she discovers that the person that she trusts a lot is a mystic. And then he invites him to his home, a place where mystics reside. She wants to refuse his offer, but decides to give mystics another chance. When she goes to Lumara, his home, a person who she trusts most, she discovers that Lumara is amazing and not all mystics are that bad. But then 14 people are sent to coma by a mysterious, really powerful mystic. Who could it be? Now everyone suspects her, as she's the only outsider and she hates mystics. So why would she have not done this? As she fights to protect herself from mystics, she soon discovers that she is not who she thought she was. This book is an amazing story about a person who doesn't know who she herself is. I especially love the excerpt provided on the back from the book. And the excerpt says, "My real name is Talia Malinovich, and I'm not the person you thought I was." I took a deep breath. I'm not the person I thought I was. I thought that was really interesting and cool, and this is a book that I would give 5 out of 5 stars. It has an amazing plot and a really cool world, and a setting that it takes place in. So these were the 3 books that I recommended to you today: The Last Legacy, The Poison Season, and Lumara. All of these are standalones. This one can be read as a standalone or as the 4th book of a series. So I really hope that if you go to the library or a bookstore that you check these out or buy them. And these are really nice books. Tell me if you like them or not in the comments below. Bye! Thanks for watching!